This is Year 11 Methods, the 2012 Chapter 3 SAC Question 3. One of Mr. Tollefson's favourite cubics is this cubic. He discovered that g of 1 equaled 4 and g of 2 equaled 14. What would be the values of a, b and g of 3? Okay, so I'll go over into main and I'm going to define g of t. But I'm going to use x not t and I'll call it f because that's what the defaults are. So 3 x to the power of 3 plus a, and I pick up a from the variables, x to the power of 2 minus bx plus 8. And I'll just press X here to make sure all my letters were good, and the multiplications became dots, and I like all that, so I'm going to lift that, put that into a new line, select it, interactive define, and I'll just let it call it f. Even though the question calls it g, I'll call it f of x. So I know from the question that f of 1, so when x equals 1, the answer equals 4. And that gives me one equation with a and b. And if I drag and drop that, I can then change that to 2 and make that equal 14. Execute, that gives me my second equation. I open up 2D, bring up simultaneous equations, drag my first equation, drop it, drag my second equation, drop it, and that's for variables a, comma, b. And that's what a equals minus 2 and b equals 5. So I now need to find out what g of 3 equals, so I'll find out what g of 3 equals. Given I know some things, I know that a equals negative 2, and also I also know that b equals 5. And execute. That's what g of 3 equals 56.